It's that time of the year as we are inching closer and closer to some football. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here today. As I mentioned, we are getting closer and closer to the opening day of the regular season in the NFL, and it's time to start talking football, specifically the Bears, as they are, of course, my favorite team. And I try to bring a lot of Bears content to this channel. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Going to be bringing out a lot of Bears news like I always do with the Bulls as well. So switching things up a little bit. And let's talk about the Bears a little bit. Let's talk about the most important player on the Bears heading into his second year now. And that is quarterback Mitch Trubisky, who we invested a lot in when we drafted him. Okay, so how does Mitch look so far in training camp? What do I expect from Mitch Trubisky this year? How does he look so far? And just an overall sense of what we can expect from Mitch going into his sophomore season. So let's first start with talking about what we saw last year from Mitch, who played 12 games. So we don't have a lot of data on Mitch because, like I said, we only have 12 games that he played last year. Didn't even play all 16 games because we started Mike Glennon for some reason, but I digress. That's not either here or there, okay? So Mitch played 12 games last year, threw 7 touchdowns, had 7 interceptions, just a little bit over 2,100 passing yards and a 59% completion percentage, okay? So a mixed bag, if you will. Some good, some bad, but definitely had his growing pains, but did show promise, okay? So going into his second year now, what do I expect? Well, let's talk about training camp and what I've read so far, what I've seen so far, and everything else in between. So Mitch Trubisky in training camp has been apparently throwing a lot of interceptions. And here's the thing, a lot of Bears fans have been freaking out, okay, because Mitch is making mistakes and whatnot. Keep in mind, folks, we have a new coach this year, not just an offensive coordinator. We have a brand new head coach in Matt Nagy, okay? And his offense is thankfully complicated, okay? And I say thankfully because our offense last year was basic as can be with John Fox and Dow Loggins. So we needed a new mix of play calling. We needed somebody to call more complex plays on the offensive side of the ball. We needed somebody like a Matt Nagy, who I'm very happy with, okay? So that is number one. You are learning a brand new offense, and not to compare him to Jay Cutler, but a large part of criticism of Jay Cutler's career has been that he couldn't keep a offense coordinator or sometimes a head coach because he would have to keep relearning the offense under all of these new guys, okay? And so I'm going to give Mitch the benefit of the doubt that we have a new coach, we have a new system, so it's going to take him some time to learn, okay? With that being said, let's talk about the fact that I want Mitch to learn and to grow in training camp rather than the game. Why do I say that? Because when you're learning a brand new offense, I want you to explore and take all the chances you want in practice when you are just trying to decipher what the hell the reads are, okay? So if there's 4 reads on a play, I want you to test every single one of them to see what the hell happens. It's practice, for crying out loud. Who cares if you're making mistakes? It doesn't really count. And this will set up Mitch even better for when the game comes on, because here's the thing. Do you really want Mitch to throw, your 5-yard, dump off passes to the running back? Or do you want him to take chances even if there's a possibility for an interception? I don't know about you. I'll take the latter. And here's the thing. I'll give you guys a comparison of back when RG3 and Andrew Luck came in the league and RG3 won Rookie of the Year. He threw less interceptions, but we all knew even though Andrew Luck threw more interceptions, he was going to be the better long-term prospect because he was not afraid to push the ball. And that's the thing. You got to be able to go ahead and take chances. Now, I'm not going to go crazy here and say that I like interceptions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if it's practice and you want to take all the chances and learn the offense, you go right ahead, okay? But if it is the game, obviously I want you to protect the football. But how are you going to learn if you don't make your mistakes early, okay? And this is still very early, okay? It's freaking camp, okay? Training camp, if you will. We haven't even gotten to preseason yet, okay? So with that being said, Mitch Trubisky has been throwing interceptions, but of course he's been throwing touchdowns as well. We've got a lot of new weapons for Mitch, we've got Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, rookie Anthony Miller, who's been impressive in training camp. You've got Trey Burton, the Super Bowl winning tight end from the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, you've still got Jordan Howard, the stud running back in the backfield, along with the dynamo Swiss Army knife in Tariq Cohen. So a lot of new weapons and toys for Mitch Trubisky. So let's talk about what I expect from him this year. I do expect growing pains, folks. Like I said, it's a new offense. It's just a second-year player in this league. It's not like he's a veteran who's got years and years of knowledge where he can just pick up offenses like that. It's going to take some time for Mitch, but I absolutely see Mitch making the necessary progress, and I absolutely see more good than bad because I really do believe in Mitch Trubisky. So overall, I feel like with the weapons we have, the Bears are going to do one of two things. If you study the way that Matt Nagy, did with the Kansas City Chiefs and the way he ran his offenses, you would know Alex Smith didn't really throw a lot of interceptions, but Alex Smith is more of a game managing type of quarterback. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he doesn't take that many chances. Mitch might take more chances, and that could still lead to more interceptions than what Alex Smith threw. I believe Alex Smith never threw double-digit interceptions when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, when Matt Nagy was the offense coordinator or the quarterback's coach, okay? So you've got the security of Jordan Howard in the backfield, and I do think the Bears are going to run the football a hell of a lot this season. So you've got that you can protect Mitch with. Remember the Cowboys back in 2015 when they had a great year, that was because they put the ball in Ezekiel Elliott's hands and they made sure that Dak Prescott didn't make too many mistakes. Same with Russell Wilson when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, put the ball in the belly of Marshawn Lynch. I'm not saying keep the ball away from Russell Wilson because he's not good. He is, but you don't want to put the entire offense on him. And then it helps because you got playmakers on the outside. You got burners in Taylor Gabriel, who's like a Tyreek Hill, okay? So you've got a burner type of player who I think Matt Nagy will make sure to utilize by making sure that he gets behind the defense. You've got Allen Robinson. Anthony Miller is going to be a stud, folks. Trust me. That rookie, Anthony Miller, has been very impressive in camp, and I expect big things out of him. And you got Trey Burton as your security blanket. So Mitch Trubisky, combined with the fact that he's going to throw the ball a lot, but he's also going to have the ball handed off a lot, and he's got playmaking weapons on the outside, I'm projecting a huge year in terms of volume, which is obviously going to come from all of the throws, but then you will also have the mistakes. So what do I finally project for Mitch Trubisky? I'm predicting Mitch Trubisky throws 23 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Yes, I know the 16 sounds like a lot, but again, if he plays all 16 games, that's a pick a game, which isn't too bad, okay? It's not the end of the world, okay? But that's an average about 2 touchdowns and a pick a game, which is what I expect from Mitch. Like I said, he's going to throw the ball a lot, which just inevitably, even if the ball gets tipped, that's an interception. It could not even be Mitch's fault. So some of this is not because I'm saying he's going to be inaccurate. It's just going to happen because of the amount of times he's going to throw the ball just based off of sheer volume, okay? But as the years go on, it's going to obviously decrease. I'm talking about the interceptions. Hopefully, if he gets way less than this, obviously it's better. But I'm giving him obviously a more touchdown total. It's not like I'm saying he's going to have, 16 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Not like his first year where he had the same number of touchdowns to interceptions. So fully expect Mitch Trubisky to throw more touchdowns, obviously, than interceptions. But I do think they will be fairly high because he's learning a new offense and he's going to throw the ball a lot. So overall, I expect Mitch to make a big leap this year. That is going to be good and bad, but way more good than bad. So let me know what you guys think about Mitch Trubisky, about how he does in terms of the numbers and in terms of, where you see him as a second-year player. Now, yardage-wise, too, I could see Mitch Trubisky throwing, about 4,000 yards. Honestly, if you take a look at the volume, you take a look at the fact 16 games, I could easily see him surpassing that. So we're looking at, like I said, 23 touchdowns, 16 interceptions with about 4,000 yards. Threw 59% completion percentage last year. Love to have him at 60%, but I think it's going to go a little lower. That's just my belief, maybe around like 55 to 57, but I'd still be happy with that. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.